You had too many people going after him for stuff that wasn't going to stick. It wasn't going to influence his voters. So what I would say to you, Whoopi, and what I would say to anybody that doesn't want J.D. Vance or Marco Rubio or somebody like that to succeed him, focus on what's going to win.
Yeah.
That's where my sports background comes in. Tell me what's going to win. I don't want to hear, but I understand the LGBTQ community is important. I understand that the desolate and disenfranchised is somebody we should always be looking out for. I understand the economy. I understand immigration. I get all of that. But the point is, I'm trying to win, to make sure that I'm in office and you're not. What is it going to take? The Democrats did not do that last time. And that's what happens.
That was ESPN's Stephen A. Smith battling the hosts of The View on what's wrong with the Democrat Party. One of the biggest failures is their hatred of Trump, not focusing on policy to fix America. That's what's costing them elections, according to Smith. Joining us now, former presidential candidate Larry Elder. Larry, great to see you again. What do you make of what Stephen Smith said? It looks like Whoopi and the hosts did not like what they were hearing. It looks like they may have cut off the segment with the commercial break. What do you think?
Well, I'm not quite sure what Stephen A. Smith's message was, other than that he believes that the Democrats have not delivered on their promises. My question is this, broadly speaking, regarding the so-called affordability crisis that Trump is on the road now addressing, Liz. What exactly is the Democrat agenda? Raise taxes? We tried that. More regulation? We tried that. Calling climate change an existential threat? We tried that. Open borders? We tried that. The average family of four was spending $1,100 a month more for the same goods and services as that family spent the first year of the Biden administration. So apart from everything, please explain to me, and I think this is what Stephen A. was trying to say, what is your policy other than orange man bad?
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Nobody knows really what their approach is. We've seen the numbers that the average American family paid $3,000 to $5,000 more under Joe Biden. I mean, voters, they do start to make up their mind in the spring before the midterms. So this is, a lot of economists saying it is still Biden's economy Trump is battling through. That consumer prices rose 21.5% under Biden. Private sector average weekly earnings shrunk 4%. Cumulative inflation is up 22.7%. Under Trump, inflation is running about less than a 3%, a third of Biden's worst number, a 40-year record high.
Liz, there is something called affordability crisis. I would phrase it Trump derangement syndrome crisis, because you're quite right. We're looking at 4% GDP growth. We're looking at inflation running about 2.5%. Egg prices are down, stock market all-time high, and 60% of Americans have money in the stock market, either directly or through their 401ks or mutual funds. Objectively, there's a lot of good news. But subjectively, there's something called Trump derangement syndrome. A psychotherapist that you guys interviewed on Fox said 75% of his patients have it. They're not looking at the world objectively. No matter what this man does, he can't win. If he cured cancer, they'd say, well, what about diabetes?
Yeah, I mean, you know what else is flying under the radar, Larry? This is really interesting. The Congressional Budget Office estimates that Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill will boost GDP growth next year by nearly a point, 0.9%. That means 4% GDP growth. That's what the norm was post-World War II through the 50s, through the 60s. The main factor, January 1st, businesses can immediately deduct capital expenses, and there's a major tailwind for the economy in 2026 from the tax cuts in that bill. There's a big boost in U.S. productivity. We could be looking at 4% productivity growth next year. AI is moving through the economy and moving it much faster than the dot-com economy of the 90s. That's what Kevin Hassett says.
And regarding Obamacare, the tax credits are about ready to expire. As you well know, Liz, Obamacare passed without a single Republican vote in the House, a single Republican vote in the Senate. They're the ones who put the deadlines in. Not a single promise was kept. It did not bend the cost curve down. The average family of four did not save $2,500 in premiums. Premiums went up, co-pays went up, deductibles went up. Not a single promise that they put forth was realized. And now all of a sudden it's a, quote, Republican healthcare crisis. Scotty, beam me up.
Right. They're the ones who put in the expiration date on it. Thank you so much, Larry Elder. Great to see you again, my friend.